Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. Today we're going to take a look at the new smart monitor from LG. Thanks to them for sending that over. And what makes this monitor so special, first of all, it comes with an Ergo stand. So it has a C-clamp that you put on a desk and then you just mount it onto that arm. So that's actually in the box. Not only that, it's a smart monitor. So it comes with WebOS installed, which is the same operating system that LG installs on their TVs, which, by the way, side note, is one of my favorite operating systems on a TV. But anyways, this is a 31.5-inch UHD, so a 4K monitor that also has the apps that you would see in a smart TV installed on it. So it's supposed to couple as, you know, a desktop, laptop monitor plus a TV. Among other ports, uses USB Type-C to connect to devices. Also works with Apple AirPlay, which is huge. You can cast to the LG Smart Monitor. But anyways, we're going to unbox this very quickly, see what comes inside, get it all set up on that arm mount, and then of course do some testing. Let's get started. First off, inside the box, we get our power cable with a power brick right here using a proprietary connection for the back of the monitor, but also included, kind of nice, especially like what I have with a sit-stand desk. It's an extension cable, so it is a female to male extension cable, so you can plug it in to your power cable and then into the back of the monitor. If you need the extra cable, you don't have to use it, obviously, but it is nice. I've noticed some are actually short when you are using a sit-stand desk when you put the desk to standing height. You do also get an HDMI cable. Nice that that's included. I would have liked to have seen a USB Type-C cable. That unfortunately was not in the box. And you get your standard getting started setup guide, all that good stuff. Finally, in the box, you get a remote. Again, this is similar to using a TV. You have shortcuts to various apps, volume controls, and you can quickly jump into settings and just menu selections. And of course, inside the box is that Ergo stand. It seems to be put together already out of the box, which is kind of nice. No assembly. Let's take it out of this packaging. Okay, now that it's out of the packaging, I want to take a closer look at the Ergo stand. It is very premium, I have to say. So this is the bottom piece. This is the C-clamp. I have to mention, this right here is very grippy, but also really soft to touch, which is nice because this side is going to be pressing against the top of your desk, which you don't want to leave any marks on, so I'm not worried about it leaving any marks. And then you can just twist this to tighten it, loosen it, against the edge of your desk. We'll get this all set up in just a second. Moving along is just the arm, and this moves quite a bit because, of course, you can swivel it, you can change the height, you can rotate it as well, and this is just the piece that will connect to the back of our monitor. So I'm going to connect this C-clamp to the back of my desk. Before we check out our panel, here it is, all connected, ready to go to my desk. It will rotate. You'll see, look at how much it can actually rotate all the way around, spin it, go left and right with it. So a lot of mobility with this. You can even just flip it completely the other way, the monitor the other way. I'll show all this off with the monitor connected. So let's grab the panel. And here's the back of what you came to see, that LG Smart Monitor. Power button and menu options on the left here. This is where you're going to connect it to that stand. And then you have your connections as well. When you're looking at the panel, this is the right side of it. You'll notice the power button is right there, but there's two USB Type-A ports on the side. Kind of nice. On to the fun part. Let's connect our LG Smart Monitor to the Ergo stand. Very simple. Just line it on up and it snaps right in. And then on the back, there's actually a little switch if you'd like to disconnect it. In terms of ports on the back, you have an Ethernet slot, USB Type-C port, which will also charge your laptops as they're being used. You have a USB Type-A slot, two HDMI ports, and DC in for power. That first HDMI port is also an eARC port if you're looking to connect external speakers. Now that it's all set up, I really want to show off this Ergo stand because it pretty much has full range of motion. It's actually really impressive. You can use it vertically if you'd like to, and you just notice how fast I'm just turning things and shifting them. They stay in place at whatever angle I put them at, whether they're a weird angle or, you know, completely straight and flat. Everything is ready to go. I can bring it out quite a bit to show something a little bit closer. I can push it back in. I can move it to the other side even, tilt it over. And honestly, really cool. Let's say, for example, I'm sitting on this side and behind the desk, there's a couch looking towards the desk. You can flip a monitor all the way around on the other side to show something over there. Or if you're working on a project on the other side and you need this monitor, you can use it on both sides of the desk. It makes me want to sit on the other side of my desk, so I have a monitor to really show off content pretty much 360 degrees all the way around. All right, we are all set up and ready to go. Let's get our LG Smart Monitor plugged in and all set up. All right, let's turn our LG Smart Monitor on for the first time and run through the boot up process. Only talk about anything that's really noteworthy through the startup. You can use your phone to set up the monitor. We're just going to do it with our remote though. Just connected to Wi-Fi, and you get the option for home auto launch, where it will bring you to the home screen as opposed to maybe the input that you were last at every time you turn the monitor on. That's up to you. We're gonna turn it on for now. Okay, first use is all complete. Everything's all set up and ready to go. Very simple process. Let's run to the home screen. Takes you to the LG channels, which are some free channels to watch various content over your internet connection. Just a quick look at the live TV that you can watch and just some recently added channels. Now we're gonna go back to and press the home button on the remote and just run through the UI and see what options they have, including region to display weather up here. There's trending, there's all of your apps. Apple TV, YouTube, HBO, Hulu, Disney Plus, Prime Video, all the apps, Fubo, anything you could want. Stadia's there, RIP. Going down, you also have AirPlay. We'll test that out in just a second. Monitor speakers, which is nice that they do include speakers because you're going to be watching content. You can obviously plug in other speakers if you want some external audio to go out. Anyways, home dashboard where you can control all of your various inputs. You can also connect your home IoT devices. Continuing through the main dashboard, you have sports alert. So you can choose a specific sport and it will update you on, I guess, different content that you can watch with that sport, maybe give you some scores. Oh, it gives you information about specific players. That's kind of cool. There's some shopping you can do. There's a web browser. You can browse the web, and then just now streaming, free TV, new releases. Quickly opened up the YouTube app, but I do want to dive into settings very quickly. For the monitor, you can change your picture mode. They've got standard, vivid, cinema, sports, game optimizer. So there is a game mode in case you want to plug in a console or just a gaming computer, so it'll be a little bit snappier. You won't have any input lag. AI sound, standard, cinema, clear voice, sports, music, game optimizer. So there's a group of different sound modes for the monitor speakers, or of course you can plug something else in. Game optimizer only works with HDMI inputs, so I need to plug something in for that to work. And then going into all settings very quickly. For picture, want to go to advanced picture settings where you can change all the stuff you're looking for: color, brightness, clarity. They have a filmmaker mode that can auto start, which I kind of like. Actually, they have it on their TVs as well. When you watch some, Amazon Prime content, it will turn it on. Some advanced sound settings. They do have an equalizer option as well to truly customize it. You can have automatic volume adjustment when switching channels so that the volume is constant. That's kind of neat. And finally, under general settings, want to show off AI service. There's brightness settings, which will change the dark areas according to brightness around your monitor and specific content. So that's kind of neat. AI sound, and then voice recognition settings as well. Loaded up the weather on the home screen there with my location, but now that we've checked out the home screen and everything, let's grab a laptop and actually connect it via USB Type-C. Just to test it out, I plugged in my iMac into our LG Smart Monitor and it worked great. So it is now mirroring my screen, which I don't necessarily need to do, but it looks really good right now. So now what we're gonna do is go to iMac and not say mirror, we're going to stop mirroring the screen. So now it is a standalone desktop. We can, open up apps, drag and drop over to this specific window. I swapped it over to the main display and it looks incredible, especially with those backgrounds in this resolution. It's insane. It's scaled down, so it's completely using all of the pixels in that 4K resolution. Check out how good this background actually looks. And for the sake of the video, I plugged in my MacBook Air, which does charge while it's connected to the monitor. And here's just an example. I actually have the project up. I just started editing this monitor video right here, and you'll see how much space I actually get. Look at how long on this timeline I can edit without having to scroll. Pretty incredible if you ask me. And here's just another example of what you can do with a monitor of this size and this resolution. I have 3 screens open, and they're all a very good size. So I've got a YouTube video playing down here. I've got a potential spreadsheet over on the right side, and you know what? I can even just edit some videos while I'm watching this video and working on a spreadsheet. Just, you know, maybe I might not be editing this video at the same time, but just really want to show off all the different sections and how big this screen actually gets and how you can take advantage of this monitor's resolution to do a lot of things at once. It's crazy good for multitasking. And as promised, just a quick demo showing off AirPlay on this monitor. Great that you can just cast content straight from your iOS device, just selecting our WebOS monitor, and it will prompt you the first time for the code, etc. So put that in. And there's the YouTube video that I just used AirPlay to connect to this monitor. Really neat that that's also an option and just another built-in feature. In regards to some specs of this 31.5-inch monitor, again, 4K resolution, DCI-P3, 90% of that color gamut, 3000 to 1 contrast ratio, 5 millisecond response time. It is a VA panel that's edge backlit and gets up to 250 nits of brightness. Anyways, the OS on this monitor makes it very versatile. It essentially puts a TV and a computer monitor all in one, gives you lots of various options to work with it. But anyways, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this monitor. With the remote option, you have a stand included, makes it very versatile. Use it vertical, horizontal. You can turn it all the way around if you'd like to. So it's good in a space where you're going to be all around the room. But anyways, thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching.